one of the great, long-standing, and weathered institutions of this body that is truly bipartisan interim committees. I checked with legislative services and learned that interim committees have had an equal number of Republicans and Democrats, and thus an equal number of Republican and Democrat votes, ever since 1973. This bill would give a tie-breaking vote to the majority and upend this 25-session institution and tradition just as it enters its 50th year. Just last week, a freshman legislature from across the aisle and I were discussing an interim committee bill now before our committee. We didn't know all the nuances, but we both agreed that it was likely well vetted and bipartisan, so we agreed that we had strong reason to trust it. In my first session, I found that the quality of bills coming from a balanced committee is generally high and trustworthy, and I'd hate to see these committees lose that sense of the high ground. You know, as the good representative in seat 2 said a few days ago, just because one side has the power to limit the voice of the other side doesn't mean you should always use it. Neither party will be the majority forever, and preserving our bipartisan institutions is how we assure one another that regardless of which side has a majority, there are principles higher than partisanship. Even and steady interim committees give us the opportunity to build relationships in ways that lead to better, more efficient solutions for Montanans, and I, for one, would hate to see that tradition weakened. Is it worth upending a 50-year institution for whatever limited benefit this bill might bring? Finally, not a single one of my constituents told me that they'd like me to work on more divisive and partisan politics. Just the opposite. Montanans want us to work together to create good jobs, to improve the economy, to lower property taxes, and improve health care. This bill, I'm afraid, sends us in the wrong direction by increasing partisanship. Please vote no. Thank you, Mr. Chair.